So you're wondering about the cost of living in Denver, Colorado, because maybe your boss is asking you to transfer out here, or maybe you're interviewing for a job out here, and you need to know just how far that moolah that they're offering is going to take you. I'm going to cover everything to make this the most comprehensive video for the Denver market out there. We're going to cover food, drink, recreation, skiing. I'm going to talk about marijuana, housing, whether you're renting or you're buying, groceries, eating out, transportation, utilities. This is the video for you, so stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Sean Murphy, the team leader of the Denver Moxie team at Keller Williams Realty, a realtor here in the Mile High City, and I love making videos about the cost of living, best neighborhoods, this neighborhood versus that neighborhood. So if you are in that arena and looking to stay on top of what is going on in Denver, go ahead, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified each time we upload a new video. So let's start with the most expensive cost, housing. Housing is what makes it so expensive. In the United States, the average home costs $220,000, where in Denver, the average is $524,000. So significantly higher. The median home price is around $442,000, which I think is a slightly better number to use because there are some homes, $1 million homes, that are throwing off these averages. Don't get scared. It's freaking awesome here. And it's a hot market in Denver. The average home doesn't stay on the market in Denver more than 30 days. So things move quickly, and that's why when you're moving here, you want to find the best house, you gotta have a game plan. In a little bit, I'm gonna show a map of where the prices kind of graduate, where the less expensive homes in Denver are, and as they go up in price, so you can get an idea for where you might be looking if you already know your budget. So let's say you're not going to buy though and you need to rent. A lot of people are used to making friends, having roommates, which you might need because the cost of renting in Denver is not cheap. For a studio apartment, you're looking around $900 to $1,200, and then for a regular 2-bedroom apartment, you're getting close to $1,700. Once you start talking about renting homes, you're going to be hard-pressed to find anything that's under $2,000. And that's starting off small. It's actually not bad when you look at a lot of the cities in California and some of our neighbors up the northwest like Seattle and San Fran. And if you get outside of the Denver metro, that price is going to drop for you. Now let's talk about keeping that house running or that apartment running now that you have it. The average utility bill that you're going to have, including water, sewer, garbage, is going to be about $125 per month, which is about on point with the national average, so that's competitive. Our recycling and garbage are free, but if you want to pay extra for composting, that's just going to run you about $10 extra a month. So now you have your home, it's up and running, and you want to get out of it. You want to go somewhere. So that you have a bunch of different options in the city. We are fairly bike friendly, so you'll find a lot of bike paths around the city. A lot of people also will scoot or walk to work if you're close. And you might prefer to bike, scoot, or walk to work. I know a lot of my friends that live in like the downtown Capitol Hill area, they prefer to just leave their car parked in its spot all week, especially if they don't have a reserved parking spot. You're parking on the street, because it can suck sometimes. After work, you've been working a long day, you just want to be home, and now you're fighting to find a parking spot because there's a show up the street at the Fillmore, and it's freaking annoying. Do you get the picture that I'm painting? Car is just a way to hit the mountains on the weekends, and you find other modes of transportation during the week. But say you don't live right in the city and you need other mode of transportation. Well, we have a great transport system here. It's called the RTD, the Rural Transport of Denver. And they have a great website with all the maps of where it goes, and also a light rail, which will get you there a little bit more directly, a little bit faster if you're living close to one of those. If you are taking the RTD, there are monthly passes, which usually run from about $110 to $200, depending on how far you need to go on it, how many zones you're going is what they call them. But they do offer discounts if you're a minor, senior citizen, or disabled. And if you're in one of those categories, it's going to run you $35 to $60. If you're going to drive your own car, I'll give you the prices for gasoline. I'm going to give you the pandemic prices because I'm shooting this video in June 2nd of 2020. And so prices of gas have gone down with everything going on. Right now, they're about $1.90. However, this time last year, they were $2.78 per gallon. Okay, so we covered where you're living and how you're getting to and from work. Now let's talk about what you're working for, some of that entertainment, food, and drink. So on average, for a couple going out at a mid-range restaurant for a 3-course meal, you're looking about $55 to $60. Doesn't include drinks, and so the average beer price, if you want to account for that, say 2 beers each, $6 per beer. That's $28. So now you're looking closer to $80 per meal. If you're feeling fancy and you want to get a nice Manhattan, you could be paying $14 to $17. Ouch, I know for that. But if you're ever at a bar and you're paying over $8 for a beer, that beer better be damn good, or I would find another bar. There are plenty of dive bars, which I freaking love, that you can find cheaper. But this is just the average. And you're probably going to want a beer because we are a beer city. We have a ton of small breweries. Everyone's creating their own special craft, special batch. I'm not saying you have to drink, but if you do drink, have a drink. And if you want to know where the great dive bars are in the Denver metro, well, you just comment below and I will hook you up. And Denver really isn't touted as a great food town, but I think we have a little bit of everything, especially Thai and Mexican food, some of that green chili. I love it. Now, if you like to cook, which I don't, well, our grocery costs are about on par with the rest of the United States. So whatever you're paying now, factor is probably about that. Now, when you're buying these items, you do have to pay some taxes on them. So we do have a 4.75 sales tax, 2.9% state tax, and a 1% Rural Transport of Denver regional tax. And so you're looking at about 7.65. Now, if you think this might be sounding expensive, let me tell you where you're going to save some money in Colorado. We have some of the lowest property taxes in the country. We actually tie with Washington, D.C. for the 4th lowest property tax rate. It's 0.55, which means if you buy a home for our average median of $442,000, you're only going to be paying $2,276 per year in property taxes, which is pretty nice when you consider our surrounding cities, and especially areas like New York, where they are a whole lot higher. And on top of whatever you're making at your job, there's going to be a 4.63 flat rate income tax. So account for that. We have the second lowest marijuana prices of the western cities, second only to Portland. So you're looking at about $32 for an eighth. But I won't even get into the prices of edibles and all those other things you can buy, but just know that it's not expensive here. Keep in mind, if you're a recreational user, they do tack on a 15% recreational marijuana tax, and then there's a 15% excise tax on marijuana products. Now, how are you going to pay for these things? Well, with your job. And the average income level of a Denver resident is $69,000. I found out the average age is actually 34, which makes me an elder, not by much, but I am an elder, which adds more validity to this video. So wise. And another cost to take into account when living in Colorado, if you want to hit those slopes, it's going to cost you. The average lift pass in Colorado, it does vary depending on which resort you're going to, but you're looking somewhere between $60 and $110 for a pass. The other way to go is to get one of the Epic or the Icon Pass, which gives you access to multiple resorts throughout the winter. They're going to cost you about $1,000, but if you're going frequently, it's well worth it. Now, what I want to show you is a map view of some of the hot spots for different price values and of where you're going to find a property that might fit your budget. So let's get into that. So you're going to be hard pressed to find a house that's under $300,000 that isn't just a shoebox or it needs a ton of work. And I'm talking single family detached homes here, but you'll see so from 300 to 400,000, Southwest Denver is gonna be your neighborhood. You'll see something speckled throughout here, and then Green Valley Ranch, Montebello area. This is more closer towards the airport over here. You'll find clusters of, they're smaller homes, but you'll find more newer homes over in this direction. A lot of these homes that were built here, I love them. This is one of my favorite affordable neighborhoods because they're a little bit older houses built around mid 1900s. So you'll find some mid mods and traditional homes in this area. Now, once we go to 400 to 500,000, you see different areas lighting up here. A whole lot of new properties over in Green Valley Ranch, close to the airport. But then you'll also see some of these are desirable neighborhoods. Park Hill, kind of close to Rhino over here. Stapleton areas lighting up. And then you'll find this is an awesome neighborhood. Lakeside, the Highlands area, Sunnyside. Most of these are going to be closer to 500,000 when you're looking at properties over here. This is going to be kind of the bottom end of what you'll find. And then once you take that same budget and you go to Southwest Denver, well, anything at that price is going to be more likely to be more remodeled, more higher end finishes for the neighborhood. And then you have along the I-25 corridor, which is great if you live downtown because the light rail runs right along this, or if you work in Centennial, another popular area for jobs, you can have an easy commute down there as well. Now you can see when we go 500 to 600, more of the central city area is going to be lighting up, more of the Cherry Creek school districts, which is a highly respected school district. Virginia Village as well. This is a cool neighborhood with usually they have a bunch of mid mods. Let's see if this first one I picked is a mid mod. I think so. Yeah, look at that. So big open floor concepts, clear story windows, just really cool, unique homes down around there. 600 to 700, so now you're seeing more of this Berkeley, Lakeside, Highlands area light up, Virginia Village along the corridor to the Denver Tech Center. Cherry Creek is starting to come into play now. They don't have a ton of, the reason you don't see a ton here, one, they're going to be more expensive, but this is really the center of the city. So you'll also get a good mix at this price point. You'll find townhomes, condos, things like that. There's not a lot of single family homes, which is what we're looking at right now. 800,000 to $1 million. Now we're getting into neighborhoods like Washington Park, Bonnie Bray, Cherry Creek, which is a really sought after area. You're going to find bungalow style Tudors. And when you're looking for luxury homes, so this is $2 million to $4 million, you're going to be around Cherry Creek, around Wash Park, and then University Hills areas are going to be the hot spots for that. Obviously, at this point, these are absolutely beautiful homes, beautiful neighborhoods. Another cost that you're going to be shocked with, if you're not ready for it, unless you watch this video, you won't be shocked. But I was shocked by the cost of vehicle registration fees. Apparently in other states, like where I'm from in Ohio, we have an auto industry. And so to encourage people to buy newer cars, they have low vehicle registration fees. Here, they do your registration fees can be based on the age of your car and the weight of your car, which can get kind of expensive. So if you have a brand new car, you're looking to pay up over $1,000 to register that car. But if you have a car that's more than 10 years old, it could be as low as $75. But take into account that when registering your car, I know a lot of people like me, we held on to our old state's registration as long as we could. Again, I'm a local realtor here in the greater Denver metro area. So if you have questions about your move, you want to make sure that you're getting into the best neighborhood for you, whether that's close to work or close to play, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us Squirrel by Fence or an email. That works too, and we'll be happy to help you out. Hit the bell and subscribe so that you're notified each time that we put up a new video. I'm going to link a couple here and here. You could also ask questions below in the comments. If you haven't seen a neighborhood that you are interested in moving to, let me know that in the comments as well, and we will go shoot a video of that neighborhood for you.